Hi, Carol here, and welcome back to my craft room. Like I said in my previous video, when I just did my haul video, I am so excited to get into doing some foiling with the Mink Machine. And I am going to show you, I did a practice run, and I want to run it by you in case you're interested in using your laminator. I haven't got my laminator connected because I wanted to show you the actual mink and how it works. So I'm going to take my camera over. We're going to use the Xyron if you have a Xyron. If not, you can just use a tape runner. And I'll show you what I came up with for my first experiment with the mink and the foiling. Okay, so what I did here is, I'm just going to bring you over here. I set it right beside, well, right in front of my Cricut Explorer Air. It gives me plenty of room. The cord is, I'd say, about 3 feet long, so it's good for me, like, set there. And I'm really excited. I got out all of my pencils. I'm just going to show you here. And I have this lamp right there. See it? It has a large lamp to give me more light. And then it has a lower light. And I put all of my beautiful pencils that I use on a frequent basis there. I just thought I'd share that with you. And the mink, I'm glad I bought some more of these sheets, because it only comes with one. And experimenting, I got a bit of glue on this. Can you see that right there? Yeah, with the foil. It isn't going to hurt anything, but you know, you like to keep your stuff clean, so I bought the other ones, so I have spares, which is really good. Now this mink here, I'm going to turn it on because we are going to do a project. So right in the back on the right side, there's an on-off switch. So it is now on, and you just press 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's going to take you over to number 3, and that is the setting you need to do this foiling. Okay, so we're going to leave that there, and while that's heating, it'll show you how long it does take to heat that up. And I'm going to set this down so we can get to work here. Pull this so you can see what I've been doing here. I took out my Xyron 5-inch Creative Station, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to put it aside for just a minute because I want you to see from my mistake. I didn't look at my Xyron to see if the tape was running properly out the back, and it got, I'll show you what happened, and it got stuck back here. So you want to make sure that on the back of your machine, when I go like this, I have actual paper. That mink is ready already. Did you hear the beeps? So what did that take? 10 seconds? Hardly any time at all. So anyway, it wasn't coming out the back, and when I put my project in there, it got crumpled, and so the glue did not stick on all of my butterfly. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to resolve this. Get a piece of typing paper and crease it in half. And this is going to go into the mink sheet protector. Okay, set that aside. Now for my project, in my haul video, if you go back, you will see that I bought that We Are Memory Keepers foil looking paper, 12 by 12 pack. So this is, I got a 5.5, let me take this off here just to show you first. I got a 5.5 by 5.5 inch piece of Gina K luxury cardstock, scored in half, so it's 5.5 by 5.5, right? And I'll crease that now. And then what I did is I cut a piece of the hearts. Now this is practice. I didn't realize that my hearts were upside down. This should be like this, right? But this is a practice run, so I will do another card. after this, but I want you to see, we'll do it together so you can see exactly what I experienced while trying to do this project. I haven't seen this on a video. I was just thinking of how I could make this project and the foil stand out on the card. So, I mean, I've seen this type done, right? Like that you just cut out your image and then put your image back in. And I wanted to have two images, so it worked out fine so that it had some a 3D effect. So I took 5.5 by 5.5 sheet of this cardstock in the hearts, and I could run it through again if I wanted to, but you know, that, like I said, I'm just practicing. And I laid that sheet on top of the card like this, okay? Then I took my Stampin' Up! Die right here. It's a 2-piece set. It is the butterflies. It's just the butterfly thinlet dies. And I set it where I wanted it to cut through like this. And then I took the hello from my new little bee dies right here. Isn't that sweet? It, like I said, it already has the magnet on here. It's worth every penny you pay for this. And I took the hello out of there and I set it down here in the corner like this, okay, on the sheets, because I wanted this to go through both so that when I put my card together, I am going to have this negative space right here, okay? It's not just like that. And then the gold foil. I wanted to have some paper behind it. And so in order to do it perfectly, I set that on here. Then I ran my die through. Then I took it out because I wanted to make sure it went all the way through, because it's an intricate die. I wanted to make sure it went all the way through. So once this came off, I took this off and I took this out. Okay, the butterfly and the hello. And then I fit my die over top of here and ran it through, and the hello, and ran it through again just on the white. And it clips in there perfectly because of having it already cut the first time, right? So there you have it like this. And then you have the hello down here, and you run it through, you pass it through again, cuts out, and then you have this butterfly. Now the foil would have worked on this, except for it got jammed in my Xyron. And so some of the pieces did not get some glue on it, right? But I'm telling you, overall, I'm going to use this as, it's going to be the first layer on here. And then I'm going to do another one so that the wings open up on it. And the same with the hello. See how the the tape did not get, the glue did not get on here. Now, there's two things I want to bring to your attention if you're going to foil. In Heidi's box with the Mink, it came with one sheet of foil, and it's pretty sturdy. It's not as flimsy as I thought it would be. But you know how you open it up like this to get all your stuff out? If you do this and you open this up, make sure you do this. Fold this tape down. Then take out your foil, because look what happened. It got stuck right there on the tape. So I'm just giving you a heads up to fold that back. I didn't realize that I slid my hand in to get it, and it stuck on here, and I had a mess on my hands trying to get it out. So I'm sure it'll be fine, but you'll have a few wrinkles in it. So I just want to share that with you. All right, so let's get started on this. I'm going to use this piece the second piece that was on top of my card base here, right, that I cut out, because it's going to lay right here. And look at this. Tell me, let me put this in. Once I get 2 of these in here, is this not a sweet card that just takes seconds? Look at that. Isn't that beautiful with that foiling? And I just missed a couple of spots due to my Xyron getting stuck. I haven't used my Xyron for a while. And if I hadn't known, what I would do is just grab a runner on here and I'll run it through, you know, if it happened again. But I do want to cut this out again so that my pattern is like that. But I wanted to share this with you because I was pretty excited to see how pretty this looks. And I watched Jennifer McGuire doing this process, and I'm sure she had to go through some trial and error like we all do. And I just wanted to share this with you. And if you have this die and you have a machine, it doesn't have to be the Mink. I really believe I'm going to try it on my laminators. I'm going to try each of them and I will show you in another video. But for this video, I thought we would just go through the process together. So you want to flip that out. You want to take your cardstock 5.5 by 5.5. You want to grab your card that matches so that you have a pattern on top. I thought the gold was really pretty with the hearts. Take any die that you want to use and set it on top. Make sure you open it up right, like this when you lay it on your magnet or your platform, whatever you use. And then I put the hello down here. Ran it through. Then I took this off and I took the negative to that out. Okay? Then I shimmed in the die again on the white to make sure that there was not going to be anything stuck on there so I could get this piece. Because that is an intricate die. You can always use a shim on here as well on your die cutting machine to get it to press down. So you know, I just thought I would do it that way. Okay, so, and then I have an extra one to go on the back side. So I have one on the front like this and one on the back. And I think that's a pretty sweet card. Okay, and so let's lay that over here. And I'm going to try it this time using some paper. I didn't before, and I got glue on the mat. So you want to run this through the Xyron. Another thing, these two, the hello and this. The other thing with the Xyron, I wasn't sure which side takes the glue, like the upper or the bottom. Isn't that crazy? Because I hadn't used it for so long, and I'm going to guesstimate again that I'm going to do it like upside down. And it doesn't matter. I mean, I don't know, but let's try it this way. I hope that's the sticky. So let's do it together. I've got the little butterfly there. I'm going to make it come out here. And then I want to wait for it to work. Now I will pass the hello through. And I know it's kind of wasting a bit of the packaging. That's okay. Okay. Whoa. This is what I mean. Oh, I'm at the end. Now, is that funny? I'm at the... I'm not stopping the video, though. Let's cut this off. Let's pull it out just... Okay, I can cut that off. I'm taking that out. Okay, look at that. I'm right at the end. So what I'll do is I'll use a tape runner on this and see how it works. So everything works out well. So let's take this. And I am going to take a burnisher. I'm going to sit down. My Mink is ready to go. And I am going to brush. I'm going to take this and burnish it so that all of the whatever I can get on there as far as glue sticks to my butterfly. That's why it probably was difficult to get out before, because it was coming to the end of its journey, so to speak. And that's why I really like this bone folder here, because it has this flat end on it. There we go. Okay, so let's see what we come up with here. Okay, so we have that, and we have our sticky piece. All right, let's do this. Now, this is trial and error. It's hard to see. I think I'm going to do it like the second time. Okay, nothing is here. This is not serving any purpose, so I have to try and get this off. Let me see. Let's see if I can do it. Oh, yeah, this isn't going to work. I'm going to have to redo that, but that's all right. I don't mind doing that. We'll cut that out. I have this one that I'll work with. So I'm going to grab some fuse, Stampin' Up! Fuse, and I'm going to go over this, I think. Let me see. I have to just see which side is letting out the sticky. Let me try here. Is it this way? I think it's this way. Alright, I'm trying to get this to work. Maybe I'm running out of this as well. Let's see. Alright, let's grab another one. This is the Extreme, Tombow Extreme. Let's see, there, this works. Okay, so I'm going to set this here, and I'm going to go over this with the Extreme. Being careful, do not rip it to shreds. There we go. Okay. There we are. This is delicate. Wow. This is not only delicate, this is sticky stuff. Okay, so this is why it's stuck on me. I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to lay it here, right like that. Okay, that way I may get to use a little bit of it together. Let's see, on here. I'm actually going to try, just a minute here. I'm going to try a little bit of the Tombow here. Okay, just to have some glue on here. Let's try it, see if I can get the foil to stick to that. Just draw hello with it. Okay, and then there we go, and then I'm going to grab one of my, just going to dry it up a bit. Let's see how that works. Experimental stage. Okay, so let's put this here on my sheet, and then whatever doesn't stick, I'll go back. Now here is one of those tags that has the toner on it. So I am going to set that, well, let's see how much I have left on here first. So I'm going to take this, turn this around, like that. And I am going to set it like so. Okay, and then we'll burnish it in after it comes out. But here I can see how much glue I have put on and where I'm going to need more glue. So I'm going to cut this off so I don't waste any of this. There we go. Because you can do like a single flower with this. You want to really save it, you know. It's like that foiling, the leaf foiling. You want to save that as well. There we are. Okay, so let's get our bone folder, and I'm going to burnish it on here before I put it through the Mink. See, I can tell, and I'm going to show you this, I can tell where the glue has set and where it hasn't, and I'll show you that in just a second. But I'm not going to lift it, but I want you to see how you can tell where you have the glue. Okay, let me show you this. See how you can see where the actual tape is and where it isn't? Let's run this through the Mink. So I'm going to grab my sheet like this. I'm going to open it up, and only because I have that glue on it am I going to do it this way. And then I am going to take you over to the Mink. There we are. You're going to set it in here. And just like your laminator, it is going to run through. And that's why I say I wouldn't hesitate to take one of these and cut it up so that you have small portions, because you just need the front, right? You just need the front and the back. You don't need the crease on it. I would cut this right in half along there. And the Cricut there, the Explorer Air, does not stop this at all. Like, it'll just fold up, and you don't want to pull on it. It does have a reverse and a forward button in the back, and this is where the on-off switch is. And it's, you know, it's identical. I think maybe the elements inside are more proportioned to doing foiling than a regular laminator. I will know after I get my laminators out and check that out. So once this comes out, I'm just holding it, letting it do its own thing. See how long that is? Like, long in the sense of a huge sheet. There we are. And then I am going to bring it back to 0 and let it cool off, and then I'll shut it down. Okay, so let's put this up like so and see what we have here. I don't know if I have to run it through again. We'll see. Take this up. Open this up, and now I will burnish and see how much of this. And if it didn't set on everything, I will run it through again with it open, and you can see where the tape was. So if you just, like, if you have a flower die, I think it'd be easier to put the fuse on there, or some, this is just taking it, and you want to make sure your gold foil is facing up. And this is just my second try. So we'll see how this works. It is absolutely stunning to see it in person like this, to see the gold on there. I just missed out on having the glue on there. So let's see what we can do, what we have here. Absolutely beautiful. Look at this. Can you see it as it's coming off? It's beautiful. Now this has glue, but it still has the gold on it. I'm satisfied with that. Maybe one spot here. I'm going to go back and see if I can lift it off. But I think that's why it's nice to have this extra sheet. I'm glad I bought a lot of them. I'm just going to go over it to make sure that I have all of it on there. I'm not putting a ton of pressure on here, just enough that I feel the foil. There we go. Just beautiful. It came out beautiful, and that's with your Xyron. Peel this off. I'm quickly going to show you. Okay, it's gone to red. I can shut that off. Then I am going to put this on top of here, the good one. Look at that. Not a spot is left without foil. I am going to attach it to there so that the wings can open up. Isn't that pretty? And then I'll cut out another piece here, and this, I'm going to put acetate on the back. Let me grab a piece of acetate. I have one somewhere. I guess I don't. Let me just grab a paper towel. I just want to show you. I'll have the acetate behind here where the paper towel is, and this will be clear, like you won't be able to see. It'll just be the acetate that will hold the body of the beautiful butterfly, and you have two of them. I'll do another one so it comes out. Just, this is gorgeous, just gorgeous. And then you have the hello somewhere. Do you see what I did with that? Hello. Hello. Here it is. Quickly take this off. I think the trouble with this one is I stuck it with glue. But, oh, I'm running out of time here. There we are. So then you want to put the hello on here. Right down on here. And you'll have two of them, right? And what a beautiful card. You're going to end up with the acetate behind there. Isn't that gorgeous? And with that, you know, if my hearts were going the right way. This works, folks. That is worth every penny. I am going to have so much fun. Look at the 3D. You have a blessed day, and thank you for joining me. And I will check out the laminator for you, but this is with the Xyron.